Welcome to the Integral Yoga Hatha Beginner class. This is also called a Level 1 class. For this class, it is recommended that you have a mat, a cushion, a block, and a yoga strap. We'll begin by finding a comfortable seated posture on the floor. Various options for your seated posture include Sirsasana, the easy pose, or cross-legged. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position on a cushion, the hips slightly forward, pelvic tilting forward, knees at or below hip height. If it is uncomfortable for you to sit cross-legged on the floor, you may also kneel in Vajrasana, a kneeling or hero's pose, placing a block or a cushion beneath the hips, or perhaps stacking them beneath the hips, finding a height that is comfortable for you. If neither one of these options is comfortable for you, you may also sit in a chair, but I will not be providing instruction for chair postures in this video. So please make the modifications that you need to make in order to make this class the most comfortable and beneficial for you. So coming back to our comfortable seat, closing the eyes, hands are up or down on the knees. Taking time to notice the breath, starting to tune in, quieting the mind, quieting the body, bringing your awareness to the stillness of the room. We'll begin the class by opening with 3 ohms. This is said to be the underlying sound of everything within and around us, that it is nearly inaudible, but if we are quiet enough, we may hear or feel this sound happening naturally at all times. After the 3 ohms, we will do the Hari Om chant responsively. And the Hari Om chant begins in the belly, with the abdomen contracting, and lightly as you make the ha sound, beginning to activate the energy as it moves its way up through the center of the body towards the crown of the head. So the ha is in the belly, ri is in the chest and the throat, and the om comes as a vibration up through the skull, out through the crown of the head, lifting the energy from the base of the spine through the top of the head. We'll prepare now for Om. Exhaling, inhaling deeply. Om. Om. I will now sing for the one line, and you will repeat after me, and so on until we are finished. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om. 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 Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om. in, exhale. Notice how you feel. Change in the vibration of the space around you and within you. Begin the class with the practice of netra vyayamam, the eye movements. We'll be doing vertical movements, horizontal movements, clockwise movement, and counterclockwise movement. Opening the eyes, the gaze is forward. For the vertical movements, look up to the top edge of the dark circle that lines the vision, the periphery of the vision. Pause there, and without blinking, look straight down through the center to the bottom of the peripheral vision. Up, down, continuing at your own pace. Feeling comfortable here without any stress or strain to the eyes, with the vision or the face, keeping the face relaxed. The next time the eyes come to the top of the vision, center, close the eyes, exhale, and relax. Now we'll prepare for the horizontal movements, opening the eyes, looking to the right, and without blinking, looking straight across the horizon line to the left, all the way to the edge of the vision, and then back to the right, left, and right, continuing to move at your own pace. If you need a guideline, you can maybe look at a windowsill, the edge of a table, the edge of a chair, something that is a straight across line that you can follow with your eyes, trying not to blink, but without any stress or strain. And the next time you come to the right side of the vision, center the eyes and exhale and relax. Clockwise movements by imagining there is a clock face in front of the eyes. The top is 12, the bottom is 6. To the right is 3, and to the left is 9. Opening the eyes, look up to 12, and then slowly begin moving the eyes around the peripheral vision to the right, slowly coming to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and continuing around at your own pace, smoothly making your way through all the numbers of the clock face. Again, trying not to blink, but without any stress or strain to the vision. As we come through a second round, noticing any places where the vision might stick or skip and paying close attention to those areas, maybe giving them a little bit more attention. And as we come to the top at 12, pause, close the eyes, and relax. And we'll prepare for the counterclockwise movements. Again, opening the eyes, looking up to 12, and this time moving the eyes smoothly around to the left, to 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and continuing around at your own pace. It is said with daily practice, these exercises are able to maintain or improve vision, but that is with daily, regular practice. Without any rush, the next time you come to 12, center the eyes and close. Exhale and relax, noticing how you feel. Now bringing the palms together in front of the chest, begin rubbing the palms together briskly to generate heat in the palms. And when you feel as though you've generated a sufficient amount of heat, release the hands, cup the palms over the eyes, fingertips in the hairline, sealing out all the light, allowing the eyes to bathe in the warmth and the darkness that you have created with the hands. Imagining that energy is going back through the eye, through the optic nerve, relaxing everything around it. And gently, as that heat begins to dissipate, lowering fingertips to the forehead and the brow, gently giving yourself a face massage, stroking away from the brow to the temples, around the eyes, gently around the eyes, coming down maybe to the cheekbone and the neck, shoulders, anywhere you feel like it needs some attention right now. And then gently lowering the hands to the lap, noticing the effects of this practice. We'll begin the class now by bringing the palms together in front of the chest and then doing arm circles out to the side. So splitting the palms, lowering hands, extending the arms outside the hips, and then bring the arms out, up, around, and overhead, palms together at the top, and then down through center. We'll repeat this 3 times. Taking time on your own here, moving at your own pace. Maybe the arms just come up to shoulder height instead of all the way up overhead. It's up to you. This is your body and this is your practice. As we come through the 3rd and final arm circle, lowering the hands to the knees, gently removing any props that you may be sitting on, making sure everything you have is within reach. The strap, the block, the cushion, or a pillow. And then slowly make your way into tabletop. And then spread the knees apart, bring the feet together, and we'll come down to Balasana, the child's pose. Torso over the thighs as it comes towards the floor, arms alongside the ears, forehead to block or mat, and relax. Continuing to breathe here, feeling the spine lengthen. And now slowly begin to bring the torso up and forward as you come up into the tabletop position. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are in line with one another. Hips are over knees. Knees are about hip width distance apart. Spine is long and in neutral. We'll prepare to do cat-cow. Dropping the belly, looking up for cow. Arch the spine and look down for cat. We'll do several rounds of cat-cow. Please move freely on your own. Taking the time to feel into the tight places, maybe pausing where it feels like it's necessary. Breathing while you do this. If you'd like to synchronize the breath with the movement, drop the belly, lift the head, inhale. And then as you exhale, drop the head and arch the spine. Slowly returning to a neutral spine and tabletop. We'll prepare to come back into our first down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bringing the palms slightly forward of the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Press the hips up with the knees bent. Begin to feel how the hamstrings feel this morning, the hips, the heels, the calves, shoulders, pedaling out the feet. Spine is long, head is loose, shoulders back and down. Making any adjustments you feel are helpful for you today. And then slowly begin to walk the feet forward into a forward bend, Uttanasana. The top of the mat, feet are hip width distance apart. Torso is folded down towards the thighs. Head is loose. May interlace the forearms or allow the arms to hang down towards the floor. And then slowly begin to roll up one vertebra at a time until you come into a standing position. Tadasana. Feet are hip width distance apart. Knees slightly bent, pelvis in neutral, maintaining the curves in the spine. Shoulders are back and down, palms slightly forward. Chin is parallel to the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here to pause. We'll begin with Surya Namaskaram, sun salutations. Bringing the palms together in front of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Now extend the arms shoulder height, thumbs interlaced or palms are parallel to one another. And then as the knees bend slightly, arching the upper back, bringing the arms up alongside the ears as you look up for a backward bend. Slowly coming back to an upright standing position as you bend the knees, keeping the spine long. Bring the arms to a place that is comfortable for you to start to lower down into Uttanasana, forward bend. Bringing the palms to the mat, gently lift the left foot, step back, left knee to the mat. Right knee is in line with the right ankle. Coming up to the fingertips, long spine, gazes forward, low lunge. Pressing into the hands, bring the right foot back to meet the left in downward facing dog. Again, spine is long, head is loose. Gently start to bring the torso forward as you lower the knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Hips remain slightly elevated, elbows are bent. Sliding the hips to the ground, torso comes forward as you gently roll the head, neck, and chest up into baby cobra. Now press into the palms, raise the hips back to down dog. Heels coming toward the mat, gaze forward. Bring the left foot up between the hands, taking your time and do this in a way that is comfortable for you. You may bring the knees to the mat first or just bring the foot all the way through. Coming up to the fingertips, gaze forward in your low lunge. And now placing the palms to the floor. Bring the right foot forward to meet the left, forward bend. Bend the knees deeply, bring the arms alongside the ears or out to the side at shoulder height, and then gently bring yourself up to standing with a long spine. Come standing up, looking up, slight back bend, and then gently lowering palms together in front of chest, returning to mountain pose. Release the hands. Take a deep breath. We'll prepare for 2 more rounds. Palms together in front of the chest. Extend the arms out, up, and alongside the ears for the slight back bend. Remembering to keep the knees slightly bent, pelvis forward. And then bending the knees further, bringing the spine forward, long down to the mat. Stepping the right foot back this time. Low lunge. Bring the left foot back to meet the right and down dog. Slowly coming forward, lowering knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Then pressing pelvis to mat, sliding head, neck, and chest up, baby cobra. Pressing into the hands, lift the hips, down dog. Gaze is forward, bringing the right foot up this time between the hands. Finding the low lunge, lifting the head, chest is spreading across the collarbones. Place the hands to the mat. Left foot up to meet the right, bend the knees deeply, arms out to the side or alongside the ears as you come up to stand in a back bend, bringing the hands back together in front of the chest in prayer position, and then release the hands down into mountain pose. For 3rd and final round, palms together in front of the chest, arms out, up, and alongside the ears, slight back bend. Bend the knees, long spine coming forward, Uttanasana, forward bend as the fingertips reach for the floor. Now bringing the left foot back, left knee down, low lunge, gazes forward, spine is long. Hands to the mat, right foot back to meet the left, down dog. Coming forward, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Hips stay slightly elevated for just a second, until you slide them forward, rolling up head, neck, and chest, and then pressing back into down dog. Gazes forward, bringing the left foot up between the hands, finding the low lunge, lifting the torso. Palms to the mat, bringing the right foot up to meet the left, forward bend until you bend the knees deeply, arms alongside the ears or out to the side, coming up to a full upright posture, back bend, palms together in front of the chest, and relax. Finding your Tadasana. Taking a moment here, noticing how you feel after 3 rounds of the sun salutations. Slowly turning around, coming down to the mat. rolling the spine down, one vertebra at a time, legs extended, arms alongside the body, feet are hip-width distance apart, head in neutral for Shavasana. Corpse pose. This relaxation posture to help us absorb all of the work that we've been doing, to remind us that after activity, to rest and take care of ourselves, allow time to process, allow time to be kind and gentle with ourselves. Noticing the breath and the heart rate are slowing. Maybe taking this opportunity to set an intention for the rest of the class, maybe for the rest of your day. Gently beginning to tell the body it's time to move again. Extending the right arm alongside the ear, bending the left knee, using the left foot to push yourself over onto a side-lying position, and then use the hands to gently push yourself up to seated, coming into tabletop, and then stepping the feet forward bend, and then slowly coming up to a standing position, finding Tadasana, the mountain pose, the center of the mat. Feet are hip-width distance, chin is parallel to the mat, pelvis in neutral, arms slightly away from the body, back and down. We'll be preparing for standing postures. First posture we will be doing is Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Widening the stance, nice wide step. The feet are parallel to one another, and the ankles are approximately below the wrist creases with the arms up to shoulder height. Now bring the hands to the waist, turn the right toes out so that the right heel is in line with the arch of the left foot, and bend into the right knee, noticing where the right knee goes, that it should be approximately in line with the inside of the right toe. Feeling the hips are open, the pelvis is pointing in the direction of the left toes. Bring the arms up to shoulder height, using the lats to support the shoulders for more of a floating, easeful posture. Energy extending through the fingertips. The gaze is over the right fingertips. Feeling the weight is even across both feet and in the hips. The torso is upright. Coming down out of the pose, lower the arms, bring the hands to the hips, unbend the right knee, turn the right foot in parallel, and we'll prepare for the other side. Now bring the left toes out so that the heel is in line with the arch of the right foot. The hips are pointing in the direction of the right toes. Bend the left knee deeply, keeping the knee stacked over the ankle. Raise the arms up to shoulder height and look out over the left fingertips. Holding here, feeling the strength in the base. Seeing if maybe you can sink a little bit deeper into the left knee. Allowing the body to make tiny adjustments on its own. And allow it to direct you in where you need to adjust. Every body is different. Every pose will feel different on every body. To come out of the pose, lowering the arms, unbend the left knee, bring the hands back to the hips, turn the left foot in, and now come back to standing in Tadasana at the center of your mat. Now we'll be doing Trigonometry, triangle pose. Again, stepping the feet out wide, maybe not quite as wide as the warrior posture, but still pretty wide. Again, the knees are facing forward in line with the toes. Turn the right foot out, right heel in line with the left arch. Hands are on the hips. Feel stable and steady in your base. Placing the right hand on the right thigh. Feel as though the left hip is moving away as the right shoulder begins to tilt in the diagonal torso. Maybe the right hand slides down the inner thigh and the inner calf onto a block or just hovers there as the shoulders become perpendicular to the floor. If you feel confident, you can lift the left arm up in line with the right arm so that there is a nice perpendicular line between the fingertips to the floor. Maybe turning the gaze up and holding here as you feel confident and strong in the base of this posture. Continue to breathe deeply. Now lowering the left hand back to the waist, sliding yourself back up to standing, taking the hand off the block, maybe putting it also on the waist, coming back up to stand. Turn the right foot in, move the block over to the left foot, turn the left foot out, left heel in line with the right arch. Finding strength in the base, weight evenly distributed, hands on the hips. Start to feel that right hip moving away as the upper left body slides sideways. Bringing the left hand down the leg, resting it above or below the knee. Maybe it hangs on the inner thigh. Maybe it comes to the block. If you're feeling stable here, release the right hand from the hip. Fingertips pointing up, arms are one straight line, perpendicular to the floor, gaze is up, continuing to breathe deeply here, feeling a deep stretch in the side of the body, the back, as you feel strengthening and building in the lower body. Coming out of the pose, lowering the right hand to the hip, maybe the left hand comes to the hip as you slowly help yourself back up to standing. Bring the feet back together, hip width distance apart to center of the mat, finding mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a deep breath, allow the body to reset itself. We'll prepare for balancing posture, Vrikshasana, the tree pose. Starting to move back and forth, feeling the weight shift between the feet. Placing all the weight into the left foot, first bending the right knee to bring the toes to the mat, and then turn the right leg out from the hip with the knee still bent, placing the right sole of the foot against the ankle. If you feel stable here, begin to move the sole of the foot up the inner calf of the left leg. If you feel stable here, releasing the hands maybe out to the sides, or arms are up overhead, or maybe the palms just stay together in front of the chest. To come out, slowly lowering the hands back to the chest or the waist. Release the right leg by bringing the knee in first and then placing the foot flat on the floor. Find yourself again in Tadasana as we prepare for the other side. Again, shifting weight side to side. First, bring the hands to the waist. Bring all the weight into the right foot. Then bend the left knee, toe on the floor, and open the left leg out at the hip, placing the left sole on the ankle. Either stay here or start to bring the left sole up the side of the right calf. Maybe placing palms in prayer at chest, or splitting the palms, arms out to the side or up overhead. Your choice. Continue to breathe here. Now we'll slowly start to come out of the pose by lowering hands back into prayer or bringing hands to the hips. Bring the left knee in and then place the left foot down and come back into mountain pose, Tadasana. Noticing how it feels to be stable and steady on both feet. Now slowly start to come down to the mat, finding your way back into Shavasana, corpse pose, relaxation on the back. Feet are hip-width distance apart, arms are slightly away from the body, head is in neutral. Relaxing down into the mat, allowing gravity to do its work. Totally surrendering yourself to the earth as it supports you from beneath. We'll start to turn over onto the abdomen, maybe bringing the right arm up alongside the ear, bend the left knee, press into the left foot, rolling yourself onto the side, and then continuing to roll over onto the abdomen, finding yourself lying on the belly, arms alongside the body, cheek to one side. If this is uncomfortable for your neck, stack the forearms and place the forehead on the arms. Relaxing here in Advasana, the prone pose. Noticing the difference between allowing the belly now to relax into the ground and be supported by the earth. If the cheek is to one side, switch to the opposite cheek, giving an equal stretch to both sides of the neck. And continuing to breathe here as we prepare for the backward bending series. We'll be starting with Bhujangasana, the Cobra pose. Bringing the forehead to the mat. Placing the palms under the shoulders flat to the mat. The elbows are bent towards one another. Shoulders are still back and down. Bring the legs in one straight line. Relax the toes. Tuck the pelvis into the mat. And then focusing on the area between the shoulder blades, start to roll the head, neck, and chest up one vertebra at a time. Maybe lifting the palms, seeing how you feel here. And now rolling down, chest, neck, chin, forehead to the mat, cheek to one side. Keeping the arms in place, we'll do another round. Bringing the forehead back to the mat, maybe readjusting hands a little closer to the waist, pressing into the lower belly, rolling up head, neck, and chest, using the muscles between the shoulder blade, maybe pressing into the palms to feel a little bit more extension. And then start to roll down, chest, neck, chin, forehead to the mat, cheek to opposite side. Release the arms alongside the body and relax. Our next backward bend is Salabhasana. You have two options. Stack the forearms, place the forehead on the forearms, or bring the chin or forehead to the mat. Extend the arms alongside the body, then rock the hips side to side, placing the extended arms under the body. Palms are face up inside of the pelvic area. Tuck the pelvis into the mat in either case, and then using the muscles of the low back, begin to extend the right leg and then gently lift the right leg. Hips remain even on the mat. Exhale, release the right leg down to the mat. Relaxing the right leg. Extend the left leg towards the wall behind you, lifting the left leg. Again, hips are even on the mat. Exhale, relaxing the left leg down to the mat. And then extend the right leg and lift. Release the right leg down. And then extend the left leg and lift. Release the left leg, roll the arms out from under the body, cheek to one side. Relaxing for a moment, we'll be doing Salabhasana, the Locust Pose. This is a similar pose to the one we just did, except you'll be lifting, extending both legs at one time. If that is going to be too intense for you, you can continue to do one leg at a time. Bring yourself back into your selected arm position. Either the forearms are stacked with the forehead on the arms, or bring the arms under the body, hands between the pelvis, chin to the mat, tuck the pelvis, extend both legs and lift, or extend one leg at a time. If you have one leg extended, lower that leg and lift the other leg. And now everybody coming down out of the pose, release the arms, head to one side, and relax. Our next backward bend is Uttanasana, the bow pose. We begin by bringing the forehead to the mat, bending the knees, and reaching the hands back for the tops of the feet or the heels or the pant leg. If you cannot reach, you can also use a strap, belt, or scarf around the ankles to allow for more accessibility, and pull on the strap with the hands to achieve the same posture. Tucking the pelvis into the mat, begin to press the feet into the hands or pull the feet against the strap, feeling the quads stretching and activating the lower spine, the upper spine. The lower half of the body comes up, maybe the upper half comes with it, the head remains in line with the spine, maybe feeling a gentle rocking motion in the abdomen as you continue to breathe deeply here. A few more breaths. And then gently releasing, coming down. Let the legs come down, the arms come down, and cheek to one side. Pressing yourself up into the tabletop position. Spread the knees, feet together, and then lower the hips over the heels. Arms are alongside the body or alongside the ears. Forehead to the mat or a block. Balasana, child's pose. Gently roll yourself up to a seated kneeling position, and then slide the hips to one side and extend the legs out in front of you as we prepare to do our forward bending series. Finding yourself in Tadasana, the staff pose. Pelvic bones, the sit bones are on the mat. The pelvis is slightly forward. The spine is long as you're sitting up. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can slide a cushion under the front edge of the sit bones to keep the legs nice and extended. Maybe the knees are slightly bent, the feet are flexed, the toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. Palms to the mat, shoulders are back and down, chin is parallel to the mat. We'll be doing Sirsasana, the head to knee pose, bending the left knee, bring it towards the chest, and then allow the left leg to open out to the side. Maybe placing a block or a cushion or a pillow underneath the knee if it doesn't quite reach the floor. Again, the spine is still long. You can use a strap to pull against the bottom of the foot to help yourself down into the posture, or you can attempt this posture without the strap. Bringing the upper body over the thigh, either pulling with the strap or walking the hands down the leg. Not forcing, but just supporting yourself down into this pose with the spine long until you begin to feel tension or rounding in the back, and then allow the head to come down toward the knee. The head does not need to reach the knee in this posture to attain any of the benefits it provides. Keeping yourself relaxed, allowing yourself to breathe naturally. If you feel like this is a little bit too intense or that you are straining to get into this posture, please back off. just a little bit, maybe 60% effort. One more deep breath here. To come out of the pose, gently lifting the head, releasing the strap if you're holding it, and then slowly walk the hands up the leg to an upright seated posture. Bring the left knee in, remove the prop, extend the left leg out, maybe shake it out a little bit, readjust the seat. We're moving to the right side, bending the right knee toward the chest. Allow the right knee to fall out as the hip opens, maybe supporting that knee with the block or the cushion. If you use the strap, maybe pulling the strap now as you come down forward over the leg, or walking the hands down the leg. Again, the spine is long as the head comes forward until there's tension or rounding, and then you release the head down and allow yourself to relax down into the pose. Again, if you feel like you're stressed or strained to get into this posture, please back off just a little. Give yourself some space. Continuing to release down. To come out of the pose, releasing the foot, the ankle, the strap. Gently come sitting up, walking the hands up the leg. When you're in upright posture, bring the right knee back in, release the right leg out. Readjust the seat. We'll be coming into a full forward bend, Uttanasana. Again, maybe holding on to the strap with it pulled against the bottom of the feet to support you as you come down into this posture. Otherwise, you can bring the arms up alongside the ears or maybe in front of the chest in prayer as you gently lower the long spine, torso over the thighs. And as you start to feel tension in the back or a rounding, relax down into the pose, allow the head to come down. Maybe you can release the strap here, taking hold of the leg or the pant leg. If you have the depth in the posture, you may even be able to reach for the ankles, the toes, or the bottoms of the feet. Again, this effort is just to support you as you stretch forward into the posture. It is not to force, strain, or stress the body. I'll be holding this for a few minutes to allow the body to relax around this pose. So notice the breath as it moves in and out, how the spine moves with the breath, allowing the body to move naturally as it continues to relax and release, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, a relaxation response. As you prepare to come out, inhale deeply, lifting the head, looking towards the toes, maybe releasing the strap if you've already done so, and then gently pressing back up into an upright position using the hands to walk up the legs. Sliding props out of the way for now. Come down gently, lying on the back in Shavasana. Gently start to bend the knees one at a time, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat with the heels close to the buttocks as we prepare for bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. If you'd like to place a block under the hips and do the restorative version of this pose, you may. Just stay here for now. Otherwise, we'll be lifting the hips using the glutes, the thighs, and the lower belly. Maybe activating the lower belly. Start to roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time, from the tailbone to the shoulders. Feel the strength through the low belly and the quads, the glutes. Arms are alongside the body, palms are down to the mat. Fingertips are near the heels. Slowly start to roll down until your hips are back on the mat. And then we'll be pressing up again, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Maybe this time the hands come to the heels as the shoulders slide more under the body. And now gently rolling the spine down. We'll come up one more time. Gently rolling up, activating quads, glutes, low belly. Maybe arching the spine a little bit more, and if you have the flexibility, placing the hands under the low back with the elbows on the ground as you deepen the stretch. If this is a little bit too intense, you may even want to just try bringing the hands together behind the back on the mat. The pinky edge of the fist is on the floor, and you could also lift one leg at a time, straightening that leg, testing both your balance and your strength here at the same time. And then gently releasing the hands, arms are long, roll the back down, hips to the mat. Bring the knees to the chest, hug them in. Extend the legs straight up, perpendicular to the floor. Maybe your knees are slightly bent. Hands are beside the hips. You may stay here if you would like, or come down to Shavasana. I'll also be instructing plow, so rolling the hips up over the shoulders, bringing the hands to the low back as the knees come toward the forehead. If you feel stable, maybe extending the legs behind you so the toes come to the mat. And halasana, the plow pose. Now slowly rolling the hips back down as the knees come down to the chest and then down to the mat. Arms release alongside the body. Keeping the knees bent with the feet on the floor. We'll be preparing for inversions. Several variations are available here. You can bring the legs back to vertical where they're perpendicular to the floor. Place a block or cushion under the hips and remain here. Other options include legs up the wall where you place the cushion next to the wall, sit on the cushion with the right or left hip against the wall, and then start to lower the torso to the floor as the legs come up the wall. And you can stay here, or we'll be preparing to do a supported bridge against the wall. It's also called a supported shoulder stand against the wall. Start to walk the feet up the wall, place the hands on the low back until the hips come over the shoulders, and then keep the soles of the feet on the wall with the knees bent. So you're basically in the bridge position again, but this time you're inverted. If you'd like to play with this here, you can also release one leg at a time, see how that feels. Otherwise, we'll be staying in your choice of this inversion, so either legs are vertical or supported vertical or up the wall or bridge up the wall. Staying here for a few minutes. If you are in bridge against the wall and you need to turn your head, cough, or speak, please come down before doing so. Continuing to breathe, feeling the effects of the inversion as gravity's effect is reversed on the lymphatic cardiovascular system. Keeping the thyroid compressed as you support the endocrine system. Gently preparing to come down, bending the knees toward the chest. Rolling to one side. Relaxing for a moment, allowing yourself to adjust from being upside down. Then slowly start to make your way up to seated position, coming back over to your mat as you gently lie down on the back for Shavasana. We'll be doing a counter pose for the inversion. If you'd prefer to stay here, if you did legs up the wall or vertical legs, please do. Otherwise, putting Pranayama, the fish pose, bring the legs together in one straight line. Gently point the toes. Bring the palms to the sides of the thighs. Tuck the pinky and the ring finger under the thigh. Thumb pointing up to the ceiling. Bring the weight into the elbows. As you sit up halfway, tilt the pelvis, arch the spine, and bring the back of the head or the crown of the head to the mat. Noticing how open the throat and the chest are, taking deep breaths here. In this posture, we are able to take in up to 7 times more oxygen. Continuing to breathe deeply. Preparing to come out of the pose, again putting all the weight into the elbows, lift the head, sitting up halfway, looking at the feet, and then gently roll the spine down from the tailbone to the neck, release the arms, relax the legs, and find Shavasana. Your choice, bringing yourself back up to a seated posture, either bringing arms alongside the ears and sitting up with a core strength, or just coming up to a seat. Finding the staff pose, again, Tadasana. We'll be doing Ardha Matsyendrasana, the half spinal twist. Bring the right knee in toward the chest, placing the right sole of the foot either on the inside or outside of the left knee. Bring the left hand or elbow to the right knee, and then bring the right arm behind the back. The palm is on the mat at the center of the back near the spine. The spine is long, the shoulders are even, the gaze is forward. The belly is pressing into the thigh. And as you inhale, lift the upper body, and as you exhale, spiral the torso from sacrum to neck, bringing the shoulders around, the head comes around, and spinal twist. Continuing to breathe, lift, and twist. And now coming out, bringing the head back to center, allowing the shoulders to come around, maybe coming to the opposite side for a counter twist if you would like, before bringing the right knee in and extending the right leg out, coming back to staff pose before bending the left knee, left sole of the foot on the inside or outside of the right knee, right palm or elbow on the right knee, left palm behind the back, gazes forward, and then as you inhale and press the belly into the thigh, as you exhale, twist the spine from base to neck as the shoulders come around, the head comes around last. Continuing to breathe and feel that pressure in the abdomen against the thigh as we wring out all of the toxins in the body that we've worked up during this practice. As you prepare to come out again, bringing the head around to center first, and then the shoulders follow, maybe doing a counter twist to the opposite side. Come back to center, left knee into the chest, extend the left leg, and now finding a comfortable seated position, either in cross-legged or kneeling, your choice. We'll be preparing to seal our practice with the Yoga Mudra. The Yoga Mudra is not a posture, it is forehead to the mat. So if you'd like, you can place a block on the mat where you think your forehead might land. Bring the arms behind the back, taking hold of the opposite wrist with the dominant hand, or using a strap to hold on to keep the arms behind the back. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath, centering yourself, and as you exhale, slowly coming down, awareness within as the forehead comes toward the block or the mat. Om. Making this your slowest movement of the day, keeping the eyes closed. Slowly coming up to an upright position, maybe taking a few breaths to get there. The head comes up last. And as you come to your upright position, release the arms, the hands back to the knees, palms up or down. Noticing how you feel. And then slowly, keeping yourself in this quiet place, start to move the props aside. Scoot forward to gently lower yourself onto the mat in Shavasana as we prepare for Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is yogic sleep. The body is asleep, but the awareness remains alert. I will be guiding you through this practice, instructing you to tense and release the parts of the body one at a time, As you tense the body part, you will lift it from the ground, maybe just an inch or two. And then when I say to release, the limb will fall to the floor as though it had been held up by a string and the string had just been cut. Bringing your awareness to the right leg, tensing all the muscles of the right leg, pointing the toes, flexing the foot, contracting all the muscles as the leg lifts from the floor. Inhale and exhale, release. Roll the leg from side to side and let it go. Awareness to the left leg, pointing, flexing, lifting, and release. Rolling from side to side and letting it go. Squeezing the glutes, feeling the pelvis begin to lift from the floor as you inhale and then exhale and release. Breathing into the abdomen, blowing the belly up like a balloon. Opening the mouth, gushing the air out, and release. Inhale deeply into the chest, expanding the chest and holding, sipping in a little bit more air. Opening the mouth and letting the air come out. Release. Bringing awareness to the right arm, spreading the fingers, stretching the arm, curling fingers into fists as you contract the muscles of the arm, lifting the arm from the floor and release. Roll the arm from side to side, let it go. Attention to the left arm, spreading the fingers, tightening the muscles of the arms. You curl the fingers into a fist and lift the arm and release. Roll the hand and arm from side to side and let it go. Squeezing the shoulders up to the ears, sliding the shoulders down the back. Shoulder heads together in the front, and then shoulders behind the back and release. Rolling the head gently from side to side a few times until slowly bringing it back to rest in the center in a spot that is the most comfortable for you. Opening the mouth, moving the jaw, side to side, relaxing, letting the tongue fall to the back of the mouth, wrinkling the nose, releasing, now squinting the eyes, furrowing the brow, and release. Squeeze the entire face together in the prune face and release. Then open the eyes, looking up, opening the mouth, sticking out the tongue, stretching the face from top to bottom, and release. Make any final adjustments so that you are comfortable. Lying still, and we'll begin a mental scan of the body. Now that we have relaxed the entire physical body, there is no need to move again. Bringing the awareness to the toes, telling the toes to relax, tops of the feet, soles of the feet, ankles and shins, relaxing the knees, the thighs, the hips, the glutes, relaxing the low back, the low belly, the abdomen, the chest, relaxing the upper back and the shoulders as they sink down into the mat, relaxing the fingertips, the palms, the hands, the wrists, and forearms, elbows and upper arms, relaxing the shoulders down as they melt into the floor, feeling the throat is open, the neck is relaxed, the jaw is relaxed, the tongue is falling into the back of the throat. The muscles of the face are relaxed and smooth, feeling the eyes heavy in their sockets as the forehead relaxes, the ears and the top of the head relax. All remaining tension, just gather it up and let it float away into the sky. Bringing your awareness now to the breath. Notice Noticing the cool, gentle motion of the breath as it moves in and out of the body freely on its own. And bringing the awareness now to mind. Noticing if there are any thoughts occurring, and how you are the observer of these thoughts as they come and go on their own, passing through the sky like clouds. There's no need to follow the thoughts. As they come, allow them to go. Gently now bringing the awareness to this peaceful feeling deep within. This peaceful feeling is always there, deep inside, beneath all the things that are going on. It is always here for you, always accessible at any time. Take a few minutes here now in silence to experience this peaceful feeling. Now gently bringing the awareness back to the breath. Starting to deepen the breath. allowing fresh energy and prana to enter the body through the breath. As it begins to fill the body, maybe wiggling the toes, the fingertips, starting to bring movement back to the body, letting it know it's time to wake up. Slowly making larger movements, moving the legs and arms, maybe bringing the arms up overhead, stretching as though you're waking up for the first time today. And gently rolling to one side and resting here for another moment, beginning that transition between the sleeping world and the waking world. Gently begin to push yourself up to a seated position, finding your way onto your cushion or block, preparing for the breathing practices, pranayama. Throughout the breathing practices, if you feel lightheaded or dizzy, please stop, return to the natural breath, and relax. We'll begin with Shavasana, the 3-part breath. This is a belly breathing method. It is the foundation for all the practices we will do in this class. Bringing one hand to the chest and the other to the belly. Exhale completely, and as you inhale, expand the lungs using the diaphragm. As the belly expands, the air comes in from the bottom to the top of the lungs. Maybe lifting the chest as the top of the lungs expands, and then exhaling, the chest falls and the belly contracts. Again, breathing in as the belly expands, maybe the chest lifts, perhaps the collarbones rise, and as you exhale, collarbones and chest fall and the belly contracts. Continue to breathe like this for a few moments. You may keep the hands in place or lower them down to the knees as you do so. Now returning to the natural breath, we'll prepare for the next breathing practice, Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath, or rapid abdominal breathing, sometimes also called the breath of fire. For this breath, we'll be snapping the abdomen in on the exhalation and allowing the inhalation to happen naturally. Prepare to do 3 rounds of this. I'm demonstrating here what this will look like, the belly snapping in and feeling the air as it moves upwards from the base of the spine through the skull, coming out of the nose. The mouth remains closed. If possible, exhale, prepare for the first round. And now begin. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply, 3-part breath, belly, chest, and then exhale. Relax for a moment. And then we'll prepare for the second round. If you'd like, you can put your hand back onto the belly. We'll exhale completely, inhale part way, and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale, deep 3-part breath. Belly expands, chest lifts. Exhale, relaxing for a moment. Noticing how you feel. Preparing for a third and final round. Maybe placing the hand back on the belly or leaving the hands on the lap or the knees. We'll exhale completely. Inhale part way and begin. Exhale completely. Inhale, deep 3-part breath. Belly expands, chest lifts. Exhale as the chest falls and the belly contracts, and then return to the natural breathing pattern. We'll be preparing now for the nerve purification breath. So we've worked up all this energy. Now we're going to smooth out the nervous system with the action of alternate nostril breathing. Bending the right elbow, making the fist, releasing the pinky and the ring finger, keeping the middle finger and the pointer finger tucked into the palm. Release the thumb, and then place the right thumb against the right nostril, and exhale completely through the left. Then inhale left. Switch to close off the left nostril and open the right nostril, exhaling through the right nostril. Then inhale right and switch. Exhale left, inhale left, switch. Exhale right, inhale right, and switch. Exhale left, inhale left, and switch. Exhale right, inhale right, switch. Exhale left, inhale left, switch. Exhale right, inhale right, switch. Exhale left, inhale left, and switch. Exhale right, inhale right, and switch. Exhale left, inhale left, and switch. Exhale right, inhale right, switch. Exhale left, inhale left, switch. Exhale right, inhale right, and switch. Exhale, inhale, switch. Continue going at your own pace, remembering to exhale, then inhale, then switch. And now taking your time on the next exhalation through the right, finish the cycle, release the hand to the lap, keeping the eyes closed, palms maybe up or down. If you'd like, you can also do yana or chin mudra, bringing the pointer finger and thumb together to touch while the other fingers remain open. Preparing for a moment of silent meditation, choosing a point of focus to bring the mind back to. If you lose concentration, maybe watching the breath or chanting Om Shanti to yourself silently in your mind. We'll be doing the Om Shanti chant responsibly, leading directly into the moment of silent meditation.
Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. 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 Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. Shanti Om. Shanti Om.
If the mind begins to wander, bring it back to your point of focus. Gently opening the eyes, bringing your awareness back to the room. We close with the peace chants, the slokas. I will do the Sanskrit responsibly, so I'll chant one line, you can chant it back. We'll do the English together.
Asato ma sagamaya, asato ma sagamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritangamaya, mrityorma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from the fear of death to knowledge of immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. And may the light of truth overcome all darkness. Victory to that light. Jai Shri Sapkadevi Maharaj Ki Jai.
Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourself today, and thank you for joining me. Om Shanti.